you found a stock that increased its share price by almost 4 times in the last 5 years, would that make you want to invest in it? And also, if that same stock has shown consistent growth in revenue, acquiring more of its market share, would that make you more drawn into it? And even better, if that same stock had proven to be COVID resilient by increasing their net income in 2020 compared to the previous year, would I have your attention now? Well, this stock that I have to talk about has all of this and more when it comes to my shares to buy now in December 2021. The only thing you have to do is to give my channel some backing, guys, by liking this video, sharing it too, and subscribing with the notification bell on as well. So on to the part you've been waiting for. My shares to buy now in December 2021 is for a company called Oxford Instruments with the ticker symbol OXIG.L in the London Stock Exchange. And I don't know what it is with this stock, but when you look at their share price, guys, all I just see is pound signs because it just keeps on rising. Even when you flick over to the max time frame, it's the same story. This is the blueprint of a successful stock. But will the income statement follow through with it as well? And ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at a solid income statement here because for the last 4 years, they have shown consistent growth in terms of revenue. Granted, it may not be as large as we would like to see, but it's still a positive sign nonetheless. And the total operating expenses has been fairly steady over the last 3 years, with the most recent year being the lowest amongst the lot. All of these positive signs have contributed to the consistent growth in net income that you see across the most recent years, although in 2018 it did outperform all the years, guys, so this can seem like a big setback. But I think there's more to be told in the balance sheet. And when I say I like to see a good balance sheet, this is what I'm talking about. Because forget about the long-term assets for a second, which is actually the difference between the current assets and the non-current assets. Forget about that, because you can see that just in the current assets, so you know the short-term assets that this stock has readily available, they're able to cover all of their total liabilities. Short-term and long-term too. This sheet is so strong. It doesn't even matter whether they have that useless section called goodwill and intangible assets. It still swings the right way when it comes to this balance sheet. Although you can argue in 2018, long-term assets would have been called upon to cover the total liabilities, but it's just by a little bit. It's not a lot. The current assets were able to cover majority of those total liabilities still. But let's see what the cash flow statement looks like. And the cash flow from operating activities across the years has generally shown a consistent growth. Although you can argue the year 2020 outperformed all the previous years, it still is on the upwards trajectory. Unfortunately, the cash flow from investing activities has fluctuated from a positive sign, which is actually bad, to a negative sign, which is really what you want to see as an investor, because it means this stock is spending their money when it comes to investments. Fortunately, the cash flow from financing activities is a lot more consistent because it has been negative across the years. You can argue it hasn't shown consistent growth in that negativity, but it's still a lot better than the investing activity counterpart. All in all, I think Oxford Instruments has shown to have some strong financial documents, but for me the most interesting part is their ability to grow in terms of share price. I believe that they have a lot more to offer in the stock market. This is why they've made December shares to buy now in the UK. But what I want to know is, what do you guys think about it? Let me know down below. And whilst you're there, don't forget to like this video, share it too, and subscribe and the notification bell on as well. It's your favourite YouTuber, DS Learning Finance, sharing my thoughts, my experiences with you guys every Sunday at 3 PM. Have a great day, people. Bye.
Whoa.